Okay, so we've been talking, about Donovan's trilogy. So, okay, so tell me, what can you tell me about this trilogy?
So you can see, so definitely do a trilogy, because I already have it in my head, because I have to give him his life. So you have to see what made him. You have to see his father, you have to meet his family, you have to see the fire, you have to see what, and you'll meet Sadie. So you'll get to see all those things that made him. And then the middle book, I'm still conceptualizing, figuring out, because I have to do a span of time. So it's going to, unlike the breathing series is going to, it was very short, it's like 6 or 7 months usually in each of them. Out of Breath was a year, but it really wasn't, because I skipped at the end. But it was it started in, if you want to look at New Year's and to the 4th of July. Yeah. So it was 7 months. So that's how all the books are pretty much like 7 months long. His, I have to give you years. So I don't know how to write that yet.
Yeah, and he's going to be in prison. So I mean,
right.
Yeah.
So and then the middle book, I want to have an overlap with Barely Breathing in California too. So I need to give you all of that. So I have an idea of how I'm going to do it. So that's what I'm trying to do. So with Jonathan's middle book, I want to come up with something that hasn't, a different experience for you. I have to figure out how to do it yet, so I'm thinking. I have thoughts. And then his third book is after. So he has to go to prison, so we can see what's going to happen to his life. And just give you a conclusion for him. And then when I say conclusion, again, it's going to be my putting him in a place at the end of that where you know he's in this direction. He's taking this path. There's not ties things up enough so that you feel everything's been dealt with, but it may not be wedding bells and a baby and all that. So it's going to be a place in his life that I'm like, here you are, I'm dropping you off. I feel comfortable letting you go now, and that's how it was with Evan and Emma. I feel comfortable letting you go. I raised you up to here, and now you can go off on your own. So that's just how my family. I'm going to be honest about him. I'm not going to write him so you like him. I'm not going to, sometimes when we read another character's point of view, we're given so much inside of them that everything's over-explained in a way. So then you guess, oh, okay, I understand. You're more sympathetic. You're like, oh, I understand what he did. I'm going to be honest about this is him. You could decide you don't have to like him. But you'll see them again in Jonathan's series. So, and I have to, when I conclude him, they're going to be part of his life in some way when he gets out of prison. So you're going to see hints, you'll see where they are. Okay. Yeah, you'll see where, because there's no way of avoiding it. They have to be in his third book, and his third book is him getting himself back. So just you have to give a conclusion for him, whichever way I decide to make his life. I'm not sure yet. But I think it's just writing them all together. Again, it gives me a cohesive story. I'll now have the time, because I am a full-time author now, to invest. So I would plan on, with Jonathan's, I'd probably take a full year to write it all. I need that time to write each book before I would go into here. So you won't see that until 2015. But I would still have a gap of time of releasing it. I think you need that anticipation. I think I'm still talking with my agent. I'm still talking to publishers. But everyone is waiting. They can't do anything until there's a product unless they have a manuscript. Yeah. So they're waiting for that, and then we'll see where it goes. What basket it fits better in. Because there are hybrid authors out there now that do think publish and do published. Sylvia Day is a great success of that. She does that all the time. She does some printed and some published. So I'm not sure. We'll have to figure it out, see what makes the most sense. I'm not opposed to being independently published again. No, I think I have a really great fan base. Fans are passionate, and I think I've earned their respect enough that they'll want to read what I have to do next. But I like being able to have that broader spectrum of being able to reach a bigger audience that a publisher can do that I can't. So it's definitely a balancing act to try to figure out what fits and what works. Because, well, yes, I like to sell numbers. this is also my livelihood now, so I have to take everything into consideration. So, but it's just always the end. It's art to me.
Like writing with a certain age group, like the college age versus high school, or like older? Or?
High school is just because it was the story that came to me, and I just remember it was kind of like I got to relive my high school life a little bit. Now I'm in college, I kind of want to stay in college a little bit. College is definitely a life experience. So high school, you're growing up, you're maturing, things you're getting your firsts, you're figuring things out, figuring out who you are, but you really discover who you are really in college, I think. High school just preps you for that moment. You just have to take off the training wheels now, and you're pushed down that street going, go for it. You're on your own. See what you can make it. See what you do. See what you can make of yourself. You're still being held accountable by other people in high school, your teachers and parents and things. But when you go to college, they are there, but you're left to your own, to make your own mistakes and fix your own problems on your own a lot more. So I like college right now. It gives me a lot to work with conflict and making things angsty and relationships.